Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivikāsa Swami Nitiramine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitiramine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So we are discussing the 7th Sloka of Śikṣāṣṭaka, and this is going on in between the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai. So here, the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes in the Antya Lila, separation from Krishna woke various mellows of distress, lamentation and humility. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke like a crazy man. And then he spoke, Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. So this is the today's shloka. Yugaitam, appearing like a great millennium, like a yuga. Nimeshena, by a moment. Chakshusha, from the eyes. Pravrishaitam, tears falling like torrents of rain. Shunyaitam, appearing void. Jagat, the world. Sarvam, all. Govinda, from Lord Govinda, Krishna. Virahena me, by my separation. All right. So, the translation. My Lord Govinda, because of separation from you, I consider even a moment a great millennium. Tears flow from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I see the entire world as void. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke further. In my agitation, a day never ends, for every moment seems like millennium, pouring incessant tears. My eyes are like clouds in the rainy season. He says, the three worlds have become void because of separation from Govinda. I feel as if I were burning alive in a slow fire. So these are the explanation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He himself explained it to the Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai. So we understand that this is the very high level of bhakti, very strong, pure spiritual emotions. And also now we are hearing first time the concept of viraha is introduced, the separation. So here we are dealing with prema bhakti. When bhava is mature, there is a level of prema bhakti. And Srila Prabhupada explains these shlokas in several ways. Here we'll hear what Prabhupada said. It is the aspiration of a devotee that while he chants Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, his eyes will fill with tears, his voice will falter, and his heart throb. These are good signs in chanting the holy name of the Lord. In ecstasy, one should feel the entire world to be vacant without the presence of Govinda. This is a sign of separation from Govinda. In material life, we are all separated from Govinda and are absorbed in material sense gratification. Therefore, when one comes to his senses on the spiritual platform, he becomes so eager to meet Govinda that without Govinda the entire world becomes a vacant place. Now this is how Srila Prabhupada explains this concept of viraha, the separation. Now will be a lot of discussion on that. Srila Prabhupada explains this Vipralamba again in different way. When a devotee feels separation from the Lord, he becomes eager to see where the Lord is. And sometimes when he feels pangs of separation, tears flow incessantly from his half-closed eyes. As stated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Śikṣāṣṭaka, Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishaitam. The word chakshusha pravrishaitam refers to tears falling incessantly from the devotee's eyes. These symptoms, which appear in pure devotional ecstasy, were visible in the body of Prahlad Maharaj. Now Prabhupada speaks, this is from 7th Canto Bhagavatam. So we see that there's a very high level of feeling separation from Krishna. It's a sign of great ecstasy, it's a sign of love of God, Prem Bhakti. How do you feel? We are cool, we laugh, we don't care, we forgot Krishna. This is a problem, no? We have a good time. No, this is foolishness of jiva in material world. We are, alright, yeah, Krishna is there, we are here, what to do? We are not feeling that. So our love is beginning. We are at the beginning stages of love of God. Srila Prabhupada said, but this is the perfectional stage of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and eating the fruit of love of Godhead as exhibited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, eating the fruit of love of Godhead. Why? Because this transcendental ecstasy is giving so much pleasure to the soul. It's unwanted. Nobody asked for it, but this is how it is. The soul is overwhelmed with feelings for the Lord. And we will be hearing explanation of material viraha and spiritual viraha. What is the difference? One should not artificially imitate this stage, but if one is serious and sincerely follows the regulative principles and chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the time will come when these symptoms will appear. Prabhupada said, the time will come when these symptoms will appear. No? So there is no shortcut. We have to surrender. There is no shortcut. There is no escape. There is no secret mantras. The process is simple. What is the process? Adavshira, tada satsanga, tad bhajana kriya, tadanartha nivrittisya, tada nishta ruchitata, tada sakti, bhav and prem. We have to go from first shloka to the last shloka. Therefore they are carved here to remind us every day what is the process, what we are doing here. And to glorify the holy name in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who given that difficult thing accessible. How many devotees even in the past have achieved heights of those? Prem Bhakti, like Prahlad Maharaj here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No? These are very, very exalted personalities. These are the highest expression of love of God. They are the nearest to God, the dearest to God. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach, and Prabhupada assured us here. The time will come. Just continue. What is that? Sincerely follow. Practice sadhana bhakti. Why? Because we have seen sadhana bhakti take us to bhava bhakti. Gradually, everything comes. So we don't have to know, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to go to Guru who will give you Swarupa, you have to go to Babaji's in Vrindavan who will reveal you secrets that is not revealed in ISKCON, and so many misconceptions are there. Prabhupada said, who is Prabhupada? Mahabhagavata, pure devotee. He himself showed his symptoms of the highest stage of love of God. And he is a pure devotee. He is eternal, confidential devotee, associate of the Lord. And he said, follow this, you'll come. I believe, we follow. Whatever weaknesses we have, but the process is spotless. We may have so many messes in our head, in our heart, in our mind, but the process is working, process is spotless. So there's no question, no doubt. And Prabhupada guaranteed the time will come when these symptoms will appear. Tears will fill his eyes. He will be unable to chant the Mahamantra distinctly, and his heart will throb in ecstasy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that one should not imitate this, but a devotee should long for the day to come when such symptoms of trance will automatically appear in his body. So no need to imitate, but we can long for it. When did the Khabe Have Bolo say Dinamar? No? Like that. Okay. Srila Rupa Goswami gives the definition. He describing prema in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he explains. Bhava Bhakti, which from its very first stages so extensively affects the heart that it melts and becomes a sublime self of love, bringing the highest feeling of divine bliss within easy reach, and generates an intense desire for Krishna. The fully perfected soul terms this overvaulting ecstasy as prem. So here I explained that when bhav, same feelings, same emotion, same attachment, but intensifies. becomes more condensed, more condensed, more condensed, more condensed, more intense, more strong, more stronger. Now, from this statement it's obvious that extreme attraction, deep affection, and spontaneous dedication to Lord Krishna is synonymous with prema, love of God. So this is how he defines. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu gives a lot of definitions, examples, description. So we are going in full detail of that. But we are trying to understand that the difference between Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. The Prema Bhakti is completely way out there. The feelings are very, very intense. And therefore, all these ecstasies are coming. Therefore, person can't control. Therefore, person goes like a mad, shouting, jumping, dancing, ecstasy, tears are coming. And this, viraha, is introduced in this shloka. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching. So we'll be hearing about that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains like this. The relationship between the Vishaya or object of love, who is Krishna, and the Ashraya, or the abode of that love, devotee, is exchanged to 5 principal rasas. Now this is very common when acharyas discuss the rasa tattva, the relationship developed in love of God. Vishaya, the object of love, that is Krishna. Ashraya is the devotee. Why? Because he is holding in his heart love of God. He is the seat of love of God, Ashraya. And he is loving the object of love of God, Krishna, Vishaya. So this Ashraya and Vishaya concept we should understand clearly. So this, the abode of that love, devotee, Ashraya, is exchanged, and the Vishaya is exchanged through 5 principles rasas or mellows. Neutrality, servitor, friendly, paternal, and conjugal. So we know Dasya, Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. When the relationship is cursory, there are 7 subsidiary mellows. Cursory means not so deep. Then laughter, wonder, pity, chivalry, anger, fear, and ghastliness. These are 7 secondary rasas. Okay. Of the principal rasas, the conjugal rasa or Madhurya rasa is the most excellent. As Madhurya rasa increases in intensity, it becomes prema, pranaya, mana, sneha, raga, anuraga, bhava, and mahabhava. These are now levels of prema bhakti. Now you see what it strikes you. It strikes you that everything is so scientifically described. You know, they know every simple symptom, every external, internal state of mind. They can define, oh, this is the level, this is the level, this is the level. It's not some sentimentalism, sahajaism, you know, Hare Krishna, you know, just something undefined, something, you know, kind of something void, something unclean, something out there. No, everything is clear here. Every single thing is described in minute detail. That is amazing. No? Just like from beginning, from the first stage. We didn't go in details, but when Bhaktivinoda Thakur discusses the Durdaivam, we focus only on aparadas. But there are other things there also discussed in different books of acharyas. The conditions of mind, the temptations of the soul, the attachment to body, attachment to family, attachment to karma, jnana, yoga, all these things are impediments. So from the beginning to the end, everything is discussed in details. Everything is clear. It's a full, clear picture where we are, what is our position, on which level we are now at. Now, Prabhupada discusses that I don't mind which religion you follow. My point is, do you have love for God or not? What do you follow? I'm Muslim, I'm Christian, I'm Jewish, I'm this, I'm that. Fine, pranam to you. Now, 4 regulative principles. Because if you don't follow these 4, you are sinful still. Unless there is meat eating, gambling, intoxication, illicit sex, stopped. There's no question of developing love of God. First become human. So this is first step. Are you doing? Some are doing, some are not doing. No? Immediately half of religion, 90% religion gone. Correct? Now some are doing. Okay, you are doing. Great. Okay, next step. 4 regular. Now, what is your process? Are you chanting? And ultimate question is, do you love God? Are you attached? Are you doing everything for God? Is your mind, heart, soul, body, words, everything engaged in Krishna service? How much you love God? How much you are sense gratified? Did you give up sense gratification? Are you free from sex? Are you free from ego? Are you free from nama, puja, pratishta? This and then very easily scale you up. Okay, you are here, you are here, you are here. Tap, 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 pin you, exactly pinpoint where we are in the progress. So this Shastra is important for us because we can see ourselves, we can see where we are, we can advance, we can observe, okay, if I'm still here, if tears are not coming, if heart is not melting, then okay, something I'm doing wrong. I'm not attentive, I'm doing some offense, maybe I'm spaced out, maybe I should improve, maybe I should read more, should chant more. What's the process? Continue chanting, serving, absorbing, try to understand, hearing from Guru, take a guidance, become serious. Maybe I should become serious. No. Then it will come. Why is not coming? Why is not coming? You are not coming. The process is waiting. Krishna is waiting. You are not coming. We are not coming. Oh, why is not coming? It is coming. Krishna is eagerly waiting. Krishna is crying in separation also. Waiting. When are you going to come? No? So, you see, this is structured with such a detail. Look at this, discussions. And every single one has particular characteristics, and every single one has examples, explanations, symptoms, internal symptoms, external symptoms. No? What was previous Sloka describing? Nayanam galada shuddhara vadanam gargada hrudayagra pulaka nichirova put tavanama grahana vivish. External symptoms. Now in this Sloka describes Yugaitam nimeshana chakshusha pravisha shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahanam. Internal symptoms. This is state of mind. This is externally you can see symptoms of vow. But look at this. How are you going to see this? It is difficult to see, but this is devoted and very intense, very intense. One place Prabhupada speaks about, they say, if somebody dies, and this is how you feel. That somebody died, you feel it. Somebody loving dies. What is the feeling? You miss him very much. And whatever I give you, everything old is empty to you. All void. No? Look at the example he's giving. This is very, very... These are true feelings of the soul. Now we have these material feelings. These are shallow. These are shallow feelings. These are mixed with selfishness. Is all the biggest love in material world is mixed with selfishness, with tinge of selfishness. What is the biggest love described in the Western world? Romeo and Juliet. What is it? They couldn't get married and then they drank poison, something like this. A big love, in material world, in North India, we had one devotee told me his cousin sister fell in love with a person from another community, or I would say another religion altogether. And they wanted to get married, but none of the family agreed. So they decided, okay, simply Romeo and Juliet will drink the poison. But she said, I can't drink poison, this is not good and difficult and this and that. Okay, we'll jump under the train. So both of them went under the train, and last moment she changed her mind when train came. So he died and... well, it's Hare Krishna. So this, and we are affected with the feelings, no? We are so much affected with the feelings, no? People commit suicide, they kill each other when they get angry, they get upset, their emotions, strong emotions. When somebody dies, people cry, people beat themselves, you see. And these are material emotions. These are not, soul cannot express through matter gross. This is like you have glow in the hand and you want to touch the texture of silk or something very soft. You want to handle the saffron, or you want to, you put wrapped plastic around your tongue and try to eat gulab jamun. This is material senses, You won't get a taste, but soul, it's original feeling of the soul. Very intense, very strong, pure, unbound. That hits you, that's really something amazing. You can understand how this will hit somebody. And then in relation with Krishna. This is what we are meant for. We are born for that. We are made for that. We exist for that, to love Krishna. And that, the secret is, what is it? It's always increasing. Who can understand this? Now that's like, this is like going out of the control. All right. So, Madhura Rasa increases in intensity. Prema, Pranaya, Mana, Sneha, Raga, Anuraga, Bhav, Mahabhav, manifesting different features and excellences of divine love, one after another. Personification of Mahabhav is Srimati Radharani. Therefore we worship. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The word Yugaitam is simple and direct. It doesn't explain. Yugaitam is like a yuga. Okay. Prabhupada explains. Of course, you will see Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains later. Yugaitam Nimeshena. Nimesh, moment, twinkling on an eye, that is called Nimesha. That appears to be 12 years. The gopis could not tolerate even twinkling of eyes. They were condemning the Creator. That Creator does not know the art of creating. Commenting on Brahma, please let us understand. Why he has created this twinkling of eyes, so that it is disturbing us from seeing Krishna. Just see Krishna's beauty. I mean, how many times you blink in this class from the beginning of class? How many times you blinked? And how many times I blinked? And you got disturbed. Actually, it's more pleasure if you close your eyes, don't see that fellow. Not to see this fellow sitting here again and again. Okay, I understand your feelings. Seeing Krishna and twinkling of eyes, that is natural. So the gopis did not like it. Why he has created this? He does not know the art of creation. This is love. Just see their concern. No? How much? A fraction of a moment. Big loss. Big loss. What is Krishna's beauty? What is Krishna's attraction? We can't understand this. This is difficult to understand. Okay, still we are trying to understand. Shunyaitam. Shunyaitam means everything vacant. Without seeing Krishna, everything is vacant. Empty. Void. What is the value of this house or this city? He does not take. Prabhupada is speaking. So, higher planetary system means better standard of life. Just like if Indian comes here, this is preaching in Paris, okay? If Indian comes here, materially, they see the highest standard of life in Paris, in London. But because we are interested in Krishna, we do not take very much care of this highest standard of life. For them, the whole universe is vacant for want of Krishna. Just like if you love somebody, if he is not seen, you see, in spite of so many cars, and you see the whole city of Paris void. Because people come in Paris and they say, wow, oh, why is the Eiffel Tower? Oh, gardens, wow, the Triumph Gate, oh, Napoleon stage, oh. And what is that tiny river which is prohibited to bath because it's full of remnants of humans? Famous river, what is it? Very famous. It's smaller than the smallest branch of Kaveri here, Oh, And then the devotees come, okay, let's go preach. So they don't care. They're not seeing these things. And then somebody is in love with Krishna. And Prabhupada says even materially, you are loving somebody and he's not here, and looking cars, looking people, where is? Everything is empty. No pleasure derived from that, seeing that city to be seen, Yeah. So if that loved one doesn't come to Paris, you come back and say, what did you see in Paris? Nothing. He didn't come. No, it was empty. Did you see this and this? No. Why you didn't see? I was looking for somebody, but he didn't come. No? The loved one did not come. Then everything is vacant. No taste, no interest, zero, empty. Prabhupada said, this is love. Huh? If it does not give you any pleasure, strong love for Krishna. Nothing gives any pleasure. Void. It's not artificial. It's not that still we want, but we don't want. It's not that, Anyway, it's difficult to discuss with material examples. But point is that even in material world, we are trying to control ourselves, but we are attracted. Okay, no? Sometimes we go in front of some children, they go in front of a sweet shop, no? They can't control, okay? And but we go and we can control. But is mind attracted or not? That's the question, no? So mind, you just look through the window, see all the sweet, mind becomes big tongue, you just in the walk, you don't even stop, you know? We don't take this, we are detached. But that enjoyment in mind is not there of the pure devotee. It's not that he is controlling himself by the rule. That's the point. We don't want. We like to eat, but we don't want. What is that famous South India onion dosai? And that when you say dosai, you must prolong. That cow is roasting, you know. But we don't want now. But is it still smell attractive or not? That has to be tested. So here we are speaking about no attraction. That's the point. No attraction, no bluff. There's no attraction. Zero. You know, there was a priest, Christian priest. There's some group of churches which they get married, you know. So he was speaking, he gave class on self-control, sense control, you know. So, you know, the interviewer, the fellow who was asking questions basically, not interview, but he was asking questions and he went on drilling him. What about, are you attracted, are you attracted, are you attracted? He said, I follow God, I have my wife, I follow the discipline. And man went on pushing. Are you attracted in your mind? Are you attracted to another woman when you see a beautiful woman or not? Are you attracted? And he was, see, we respect God, we fear God, we obey God, we follow, we'll never do that. I know you'll not do it, but are you attracted or not? You know? So one moment he got a little upset. Of course I'm attracted. Everyone's attracted. Who's not attracted? You're not attracted. He got very upset, you know. Everyone is attracted, but I control myself. Can you control yourself? No, shut up. You know, he was strongly speaking. Okay, what happened? Shut up. Hare Krishna. Okay, what's happening? Everything is on? Everything went off. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. So, that our priest was honest. He said honestly, yes, I'm attracted, but I control myself by following the name of word of God. So we are also like this in that level. At sadhana bhakti we follow by rules and regulation. But person who is on spontaneous level, he is automatically following. Prabhupada says he's following his heart. He's automatically attracted to Krishna. He's automatically not attracted to anything which is not linked to Krishna. This is prema bhakti. And this is the natural propensity of every soul. All of us are like this in the pure state. Now we are impure, now we are naturally attracted to Maya. And the moment comes when this switches off, upside down, in and out, the soul becomes pure, completely cleansed. Soul is always pure, but free from coverings. And then that tendency to love Krishna will be manifested. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains here the phrase, Govinda Virahena, expresses deep feelings of separation. The scriptures also say that the mood of viraha, or separation, has 10 attendant conditions. Now when somebody is feeling separation in spiritual life, these 10 things will manifest. Pondering, sleeplessness, perturbation, emaciation, pallor, incoherent speech, being stricken, madness, delusion, and death, or unconsciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fainted in Alaranath temple when he saw the deity, and stone melted under him. If you go to Alaranath darshan, you will see the huge stone where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fainted, his chest, his hands, his knees. You can see imprint in the stone. His body was hot of pure love of God. Now, Mr. Scientist, you explain to me what happened. No? Just see, this is completely spiritual emotion, very strong, intense. He fainted here, unconscious, and melted the stone. So, Srila Prabhupada explains, Govinda Virahena, being separated from Govinda, God, my life is vacant. This is required. It doesn't matter whether you follow Christianity or Hinduism, Muslimism. Whether you are feeling vacancy everything vacant without Krishna, without God. That is the test. Now look at Prabhupada's standard. I was at least, you're speaking about 4 regulative principles. No? Yugaitam nimeshena, every moment. Because one who is feeling separation from the Lord, he is feeling also, when I shall see him. So this anxiety, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Yugaitam nimeshena, a moment is seeming to me a millennium, hundreds and millions of years separation. That is love. If you love somebody, and if you, of course, in the material world, the love is not possible. There is no love in material world. It is all lust. So love means loving God. That is love. So the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching this. Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishayita. I'm feeling one moment as a millennium being separated from Krishna. And the torrents of tears are coming just like torrents of rain. And shunyaitam jagat sarvam. And the whole world is seeming to me vacant. Govinda virahename, being separated from Govinda. This is love. So it doesn't matter what religious system you are following, but the result should be this, that you should be made after God. That is the test. Savai pumsam paro, that is a first class religion, yato bhakti radokshaja, to love. So that is the test. You love God or you don't love God. If you love God, great. We have no problem. Prabhupada said, you get your PhD in London or in Calcutta, doesn't matter. When you get your job, they ask you, do you have PhD or not? So we don't care which religion you follow. Do you love God? Are you made after God? If yes, fine. Then you will be following the same thing we are following. There will be no clashes. There is no question that one side you are sense gratifier and meat eater and killer and cheater and liar, and you love God. And you say, I love God. In my religion, they allow killing and stealing and cheating and lying. It's not religion. It's not religion. How is it possible? No? So this is the test. This is the ultimate test. So it must be same. So you can see the spiritually advanced people from any religion, they can find common language. They can find touching points. It is the same thing. It must be the same thing. It must be the same thing. Ultimately, Krishna Arte Akela Cheshtita. Everything should be done in Krishna service. Everything should be done for Krishna. So we have to practice this. We have to practice. We have to long for this. Srila Prabhupada explained. Sometimes they say, can you show me God? Have you become made after God? Then you can see. Look at this answer. No? Otherwise God is not such a cheap thing. You become made after God and you will see immediately. Prabhupada started quoting Premanjana, but stopped. Who can become mad after somebody unless there is a love? If you love somebody, if you cannot see, you become mad. How can I see? How can I see? This madness. Sometimes we can see example. Suppose a man's son has died, so he becomes mad. No? Suppose man's son has died, so he becomes mad. So that anxiety is required. And we are now, at the present moment, we are hankering after material sense enjoyment. Very sense enjoyment, very sense enjoyment. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, practical example. He's showing how to become anxious, mad. Where is God? Where is Krishna? Yugaitam nimeshana, chakshusha pravesh. This is the ultimate hankering. How to? Yugaitam nimeshana. One should be mad after Krishna. Then he'll see Krishna. Look at this answer. What are you going to say after this? Can you show me God? Who are we to see? Who are we? What is our qualification? You see that? Are you mad after God? So next time somebody asks you, please remember. No? Okay. Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. In material life, viraha or separation causes only grief. Whereas on transcendental plane, it produces exultant ecstasy, even though it seems like acute anguish. Now this is the difference. This is the difference that people cannot understand. How can be these emotions in spiritual world? And why suffering in spiritual world? Why this separation? Why you're feeling dying, you're fainting, you are choke your voice, you can't pronounce things, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will bruise his face on the walls of the room. He will completely, all in the morning they will find his full face will be scratched of transcendental ecstasy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this very, very intense feeling, is actually transcendental pleasure. It's ecstasy. It's not suffering. It's very intense feeling of love of God. In material world, it's a suffering and pain, but in spiritual world, it's ecstasy. This is the difference. In absolute platform, in spiritual platform, there is no suffering. Vaikunta, no miseries, no sufferings, no inconveniences. So even it looks like suffering, but it's the highest stage of transcendental ecstasy. This is explained. Vipralambha nourishes sambhoga or enjoyment. Vipralambha is marked by incessant and intense recollections of Krishna and his pastimes. And in fact, one never forgets Krishna. So when Krishna is not there, we remember from Krishna book. Gopis will think of him. They will remember each and every pastimes, each and every moment spent with Krishna. When Krishna was taken by Akrura to Mathura, then Gopis were enacting and remembering each and every day they spent with Krishna, each pastimes, each thing Krishna said, is the way Krishna dressed, the way Krishna played, they were imitated, they will be completely absorbed. And this way of absorbing thought of Krishna is more intense and showing the intensity of love increases than in Krishna, more than in Krishna's presence. Therefore this viraha is glorified as a higher than sambhoga, than meeting Krishna directly. That is glorified as an even higher ecstasy and higher intensity of love of God. So here, Bhaktivedanta explained, Vipralambha is marked by incessant and intense recollection of Krishna and his pastimes, and in fact one never forgets Krishna. This is a super excellent state of bhajana. Look how he explains. No? The esoteric import of Lord Chaitanya's pastime is that although Lord Krishna has accepted the sentiments of an ashraya tattva or a pure devotee, he is always situated in the mood of Vipralambha. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a Krishna who is in the form of devotee. He accepted this mood of Vipralambha. He said we should worship Krishna in separation. This is the best. He is a Krishna who is teaching how to practice bhakti. And he is teaching the best bhakti, the highest bhakti is that in separation. So this is the mood set up by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all Goswamis and all Acharyas follow. This is the mood. Always longing after Krishna. And then he said that perfection will be achieved. Jiva is ashraya tattva, the abode of love for Krishna. For him to fully realize sambhoga rasa and give it full expression, he must take shelter of Vipralambha, or the mood of love in separation. To propagate and exhibit this truth, Lord Krishna appears as Lord Chaitanya, who is eternally the embodiment and incarnation of Vipralambha rasa. Now look at this definition of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Incarnation of Vipralambha rasa, love in separation. This is what he is teaching. This is the highest love for Krishna, love in separation. Devotees should discard any notions of endeavoring for sambhoga rasa, since such an attempt will certainly end in failure. So he says even to come to Krishna, if you want to meet Krishna directly, I want to see Krishna, see Krishna, see Krishna. How can I see Krishna? Love in separation. But striving to see Krishna, you understand, the striving for sambhoga, meeting of Krishna, not going to happen. Strive in separation, then Krishna will appear. If he wants, up to him. Otherwise satisfied in separation. So this is a very high topic. All right. Okay, Srila Prabhupada explains it in simple words. Without Krishna, one should see everything as vacant. That is Radharani's frame of mind. But this is not possible for an ordinary living being. It was possible for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and few devotees, his immediate disciples, like 6 Goswamis, who were following his footsteps. They worshipped Krishna in separation and saw Krishna everywhere. And then he quotes, He Radhe Vrajadevike Chalalite Hanandas, He Nanda Suno Kutha. Where are you? Kutha, where are you? Shri Govardhana Kalpa Pada Patale Kalindivane Kutaha. Gosham Tav iti Sarvato Vrajapure Khedar Mahavihvalo. Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. I offer my respectful best to 6 Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who were chanting very loudly everywhere in Vrindavan, shouting, Queen of Vrindavan, Radharani, O Lalita, son of Nand Maharaj, where are you all now? Are you just on the hill of Govardhan, or are you under the trees on the bank of Yamuna? Where are you? These were their moods in executing Krishna consciousness. The Goswami never said, we have seen Krishna. This is the recommended process, worship in separation. We should awaken our lost Krishna consciousness in this way and become made after Krishna in our separation from him. This is called Krishna Prema. And this love was distributed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We should not try to understand Krishna by our small knowledge. Since we are imperfect, we can speculate on Krishna. How can we speculate on Krishna? There are many people like Jnanis and Theosophists who try to understand the absolute truth by speculation, but this is not possible. Atapita deva padambujadvaya. My Lord, if one is favored even by a slight trace of mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate in order to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. So Prabhupada said, if we follow the mood of Goswamis, if we follow the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by their mercy, we can achieve the perfection. So that is explained here. Then Prabhupada again explains the point. Goshantau iti sarvato vrajaputra kedai mahavihvalo. The Goswamis, they were searching after Krishna. And Krishna's associates all over Vrindavan, Vrajapura. Goshantau iti sarvatra vrajapura kedai. Simply lamenting, where are you? Where you are? This is prema. Not that, oh, I seen yesterday, last night Krishna, he was dressing my clothes. This is sahajya. This is sahajya. So, we don't know, we don't have this experience, but in Bengal at that time there were quite some people saying, oh, last night I was dressing my room and Krishna came and adjusted my flowers. And okay, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada didn't take it, not so cheap. This is actually vairagya, when one becomes made after Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? That is prema, and that is highest perfection in life. So the highest perfection in life can be achieved beginning with, and Prabhupada reminds us, how? Tasmat Sankirtanam Vishnu Jagan Mangalam Amhasam. By the chanting of the holy name, he brings us back to the first sloka. Right from the madness of the Krishna, Prabhupada says, all right, this can be achieved how? Chetadarpanam arjanam vavamaha davagni nirvapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. By the chanting of the names, Tasmat Sankirtanam Vishnu. No? And full shloka says, my dear king, the chanting of holy name of Lord is able to uproot even the reactions of greatest sin. Therefore, the chanting of Sankirtan movement is the most auspicious activity in the entire universe. Please try to understand this so that others will take it seriously. Simply by chanting holy name of Lord, Tasmat Sankirtanam Vishnu, Prabhupada said, O Lord Vishnu, Krishna, Ram. So this is so nice how Prabhupada put this on our level. All right, this is the process. Though we may feel this is so far, this is unreachable, this is unfathomable, we are so far from it, but Acharyas guaranteed the process. This is the system. So Prabhupada grew us back to the first shloka. Okay, and he explains a little more, Srila Prabhupada, of this viraha. Viraha means separation, meant Radharani. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was playing the part of Srimati Radharani, Krishna, when he could not understand himself. Krishna is unlimited. He is so unlimited that Krishna himself cannot understand. That is unlimited. The unlimited cannot understand about his unlimitedness. Therefore, Krishna took the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani, and that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, this is important to understand. That picture is very nice. Krishna, taking the ecstasy, love of Radharani, appears as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahayanya. That is on your side. Radha Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna in one, showing to Ramananda Rai. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahayanya, not different from Radha and Krishna. No? So by worshipping Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you simultaneously worship Radha and Krishna. Now hear this, what Prabhupada says. By worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are worshipping already Radha and Krishna here. Radha Krishna is very difficult to worship. So whenever we are worshipping Radha Krishna, that is Radha Krishna in his Narayana form, Lakshmi Narayana. When we worship deities, we cannot really worship Radha Krishna, we worship in Lakshmi Narayana. Prabhupada explains why. In the beginning, we should worship Radha Krishna in the level of Lakshmi Narayana, with awe and veneration, very strictly, following the rules, regulations. Otherwise, Radha Krishna and Vrindavan, the devotees, they do not worship Krishna because he is God, but they worship Krishna. Not worship, he is above worship. It is simply of love. Just like loving your lover, it does not mean worship. It's spontaneous, heart's business. You say that? So this is how advanced devotee worship Radha Krishna, with flowers, with offerings from heart, whatever they have, they give. This is not exactly on time. Maybe more offerings in one day, maybe no offerings another day, but is everything spontaneous. This is Radha Krishna worship. We cannot. We have to worship rules, regulations. We have to be on time. Punctuality, cleanliness and punctuality, Prabhupada said. No? And then we'll get purified and then moment will come. The time will come, Prabhupada said. So this is in the Vrindavan position. So even though we are not on the highest standard of Vrindavan level, still, if we do not feel separation of Krishna, then we must know that we are not still perfect devotee of Krishna. That is wanted, feeling of separation. No? So then Acharyas give some Shastric references. Krishna Karnamrita. Also claim shelter of the destitute, Hari. You are an ocean of mercy. Alas, oh alas, without seeing your lovely face, how shall I live through these wretched days and nights? So same thing, that viraha, wow, that feeling of separation is expressed. That was from Krishna Karnamrita. Madhavendra Puri, when he was leaving the body, he expresses also separation, mood in separation. O compassion, Lord of the helpless, O Lord of Mathura, when I will be able to see you? Your absence has made my stricken heart extremely anxious. O my beloved, what am I to do now? So again, same longing for Krishna. Ujjvala Nilamani speaks about Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is completely smitten and she is experiencing a limitless ocean of suffering as the 10 conditions of separation wash over her. She experienced pondering, sleeplessness, perturbations, grows emaciated and pallid. While speaking incoherently, she is stricken, becomes mad and deluded, swoons almost to death. So these are the all symptoms at once in body of Srimati Radharani. No? So these are the discussions. This is the 7th shloka, which corresponds to the 7th pair of the chanting of Hare Krishna according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. With the 7th pair, one takes shelter of Radha's lotus feet with attachment for the sentiment of divine romance. Here one chants Ram Ram in the mood of separation, Vipralamba Prema. It refers to the level of Prema, and that is Vipralamba Prema. And that is Pradosha Kaliya Bhajana. This is corresponding Krishna's pastimes approximately from 8:30 p.m. to 12 p.m. So that is given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Thank you very much for coming and hearing. These are all topics above our head, but we should know what is in front of us. We should be enthusiastic. We should hear from Srila Prabhupada, offer respect. And we know the guidance of Acharya is amazing. It's so clear. It's so safe. And there is a good, bright future for all of us. Because Prabhupada said, the time will come. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.